Buenas and half a day, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for joining us for this resolution presentation. This is resolution number 167-36 COR. I am honored to be here with my colleagues. Thank you very much for joining me. Speaker Therese Terlahi, Majority Leader Talina Cruz Nelson, Minority Leader Senator Chris Duenas, and of course, Senator Mary Camacho Torres. Half a day and good morning, colleagues. I'd also like to welcome some very special guests who are with us today. First Lady Lourdes P. Camacho, half a day and happy birthday to you. And we have Governor Felix P. Camacho and First Lady Joanne Camacho, as well as Justice Robert Torres, half a day, everyone, and the rest of the Camacho family, the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren of First Lady Camacho. Thank you for being here today. We are here to celebrate the life and the legacy of First Lady Lourdes Duenas Perez Camacho on her 93rd birthday. And this is resolution, again, number 167-36 COR on behalf of myself and the whole 36 Guam legislature, relative to recognizing and congratulating Lourdes Duenas Perez Camacho, former First Lady of Guam, on the occasion of her 93rd birthday and commemorating her for her distinguished career as the island's first Lady of elected governors on Guam, and further expressing a sincere Un Dångkolo to her for her lifelong service and commitment to the people of Guam. Senator Mary.
Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of the Mina 36 na Legislature in Guahan, whereas it is incumbent upon the people of this great island to honor those within our midst who have made enduring contributions to the quality of life therein. And whereas from time to time, this legislative body takes note of these extraordinary individuals to publicly acknowledge their endeavors, which have enhanced the stature of society and the dignity of its citizens. And whereas attendant to such concern and in full accord with its long-standing traditions, the legislature in Guahan is justly proud on the occasion of her 93rd birthday to recognize First Lady Lourdes Duenas Perez Camacho. Would you like me to continue? Okay. And whereas from a young age, First Lady Camacho was governed by a keen sense of duty to her family and her people, serving each of her roles with loyalty, honor, and distinction. Her life and leadership is a beacon of strength and inspiration to many throughout the island. And whereas First Lady Camacho was born as Lourdes Duenas Perez on September 23rd, 1928 in the village of Tamuning, and is the daughter of Jesus Flores Perez and Margarita Duenas Perez. And whereas Lourdes was just a young teenager when her home was invaded by Imperial Japanese military forces during World War II, after the bombing of Guam in 1941, she and her family were forced to flee Hagåtña, where they lived, and go into hiding at their ranch in Tamuning, sheltering in place and living a subsistence lifestyle to avoid detection from Japanese soldiers. And whereas around this time, Lourdes and her family helped shelter US servicemen who had escaped capture following the Japanese invasion, she and her sister risked their lives daily to deliver food and water to the soldiers' hiding places. And whereas at 15 years of age, Lourdes was forced to do field work at a labor camp located in Manilao. Her duties included walking nearly 2 hours to the camp from Ordot each day, clearing the land of rocks, gathering coconut leaves to be used for shelter, and tilling soil to prepare it for planting. This forced labor lasted until she and her family were forced to make the march to Menengan concentration camp. And whereas with nothing but a small bag of clothes and personal provisions in her pillowcase, Lourdes marched with her family to Menengan in July of 1944, taking turns carrying her niece and nephew, who were too young to walk on their own. she was provided no food, water, or clothing rations during the day-and-a-half march. And whereas in an act of survival and bravery, Lourdes and her family escaped from the concentration camp a few days prior to the landing of American forces, they were among the last to emerge from hiding in a cliff-lined cave in Talafofo. And whereas despite enduring the unspeakable atrocities of war, Lourdes resumed her life and pursued an education, graduating at George Washington High School in 1950. She went on to obtain higher education at the Mercy College of Detroit, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Biology in 1954.
And whereas at a Christmas weekend getaway during college, Lourdes met the love of her life, the late Governor Carlos G. Camacho, who was then a student at Marquette University in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. After completing their studies, Lourdes and Carlos reunited on Guam, and the two were married on May 14, 1955, by Father Zolio Camacho at St. Victor's Church in Timoning. And together, Lourdes and Carlos were blessed with 7 children: Carlos Anthony, the Honorable Felix James Camacho, former governor and senator; Thomas John, the Honorable Margaret Camacho Torres, Senator of Islas Latuan, Guahan; Ricardo Jose, Francis Gerard, and Victor Charles. And whereas upon returning home after college, Lourdes worked in a laboratory at the Guam Memorial Hospital, and she then transferred to serve at the Catholic Medical Center upon its opening in 1955, where she became Guam's first medical technologist. And whereas Lourdes' important work was temporarily put on hold when in August of 1956, her husband, now Dr. Carlos G. Camacho, was drafted and served as an officer in the United States Army Medical Corps in the Korean War. And Lourdes, along with their first child, Carlos, lived with him at Camp Zama in Japan in 1957 until their return to Guam in May of 1958. And whereas recognizing the need to increase her people's access to care, Lourdes returned to work in the laboratory with the Guam Public Health Department in 1962. And she received special training at the Guam Memorial Hospital and became public health cryotechnologist, working primarily on cancer research and rendering faithful, conscientious, and invaluable service to the community. And whereas while working for public health in 1969, Lourdes was approached by Mr. James Bunker of the American Cancer Society, Hawaii Division Incorporated, regarding the establishment of a Guam chapter of the American Cancer Society, a nationwide voluntary health organization dedicated to eliminating cancer. And Lourdes actively recruited board members comprised of both medical and business professionals within the community for the organization. Later that year, she presented the board members to the American Cancer Society Convention in Hawaii, and the Guam chapter was formally established. And she had the distinct honor of serving as the founding president for the Guam unit of the American Cancer Society. And she served as a member of the board of directors for the Hawaii division of the American Cancer Society. And whereas demonstrating a strong sense of civic duty, Lourdes also founded and became the first president of the Guam Federation of Republican Women, a grassroots volunteer political group which worked throughout the island to promote Republican values and help Republican candidates gain election to office. And under her leadership, the Guam chapter attained affiliation with the National Federation. And whereas in July 1969, Dr. Carlos G. Camacho succeeded Governor Manuel F. L. Guerrero and became the last appointed governor of Guam after being selected by US President Richard M. Nixon. And with his appointment, Lourdes took on the role of First Lady of Guam. And
whereas in what would eventually become a defining moment of his appointment term, Governor Camacho made the bold decision to visit Guam soldiers at the height of the war in Vietnam during Christmas of 1969. And First Lady Lourdes Camacho took the helm in preparation for this event, assisting family members of the troops to craft messages and send care packages to their loved ones serving in the war. And whereas Governor Camacho's visit and the First Lady Lourdes Camacho's pivotal role in ensuring its success left a lasting impact on the people of Guam. And unsurprisingly, Carlos G. Camacho became the first elected governor of Guam by popular consent on November 3rd, 1970. And whereas with elected governorship, a new era within residents could more fully participate in their government have begun. And acknowledging that challenges would accompany the newly acquired autonomy, the Camacho administration recognized that there can be no real social advancement without educated populace and bringing back educated Chamorros to the island. The Camacho administration revised what had been referred to as the Guamanian brain drain. And many of these individuals went on to serve key leadership positions on Guam and became members of the first cabinet. And whereas, as the island moved closer to fulfillment of its political destiny, this crucial transition to greater self-governments was guided by the steady hand of these public servants and the heart of Guam's First Lady. And whereas First Lady Lourdes Camacho's direction, the Guam Government House became a warm, welcoming venue for the public and social gatherings, including the establishment of the annual Easter celebration for children, weekly school tours, and regular receptions for cabinet members and their families. And
whereas, as the official hostess for the island and the Camacho administration, First Lady Lourdes Camacho held a number of historic events for special guests and visiting dignitaries. And some of the administration's most notable visits include the Honorable Richard M. Nixon, former President of the United States, Pope Paul VI, head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of the Vatican State, and several Japanese dignitaries after the capture of Sergeant Yokoi of the Imperial Japanese Army, one of the last Japanese stragglers on Guam. And whereas First Lady Lourdes Camacho further played a pivotal role in conservation efforts on Guam, planting beautiful ornamental flame trees throughout the island. And following Governor Camacho's enactment of legislation in 1973, Guam celebrated its first Arbor Day during the first week of June, which was officially recognized as Atbut de Fuego, Flame Tree and Arbor Day Week. And whereas grounded and steadfast in her Catholic faith, First Lady Lourdes Camacho has been integral to the educational and charitable causes for Guam's most vulnerable. In 1972, she helped to establish the Court of Lady of Cameron, Catholic Daughters of the Americas, which has worked to aid children with disabilities, disenfranchised, and those in need. And she was also a volunteer for the Christian Mothers Society and St. Anthony's Catholic School. And she continues to be an active parish member at St. Anthony's Parish, Tumuning. And whereas First Lady Lourdes Camacho prides herself on having nurtured, mentored, and financed her 7 children's education all the way through college, solely with her salary and savings, and some of her children grew up to be elected officials and civic leaders with prominent jobs, predominantly in the private sector. Many of her grandchildren have also grown to become professionals, business managers, and military officers. And
Whereas throughout her esteemed career and sterling service to the community have been her 7 children, her 24 grandchildren, her 34 great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchild, all of whom feel privileged to be part of her life and rejoice in her achievements. And whereas it is the sense of the legislature in Guahan and those who have enhanced the quality of life of Guam's people and have shown a long and sustained commitment to the progress of this community, certainly have earned the recognition and applause of all the residents of this great island. Now therefore be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Iminay 36 na Legislature in Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the Legislature in Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize and congratulate Lourdes Duenas Perez Camacho, former First Lady of Guam, on the occasion of her 93rd birthday, and commemorate her for her distinguished career as the island's First Lady of elected governors on Guam, and further express a sincere Un Dångkolo maasi to her for her lifelong service and commitment to the people of Guam. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify, and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Lourdes Duenas Perez Camacho, former First Lady of Guam, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, E. Magahagan Guahan. And Mrs. Camacho, this is for you, your resolution in honor of your life, and of course today, your 93rd birthday. Happy birthday, Biba Cumpleaños. Thank you so much for all of your service to your community. Thank you for the beautiful family, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and your great-great-grandchild, for all that they have also done for us and for the people of Guam. Siduas Masi. And birthday celebrant, if you would like to say a few words for us, we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you very much. It reminds me of all the things that I did. And I couldn't believe I did all those things. But with God's help, my life keeps my life up to these years. You know, he must be my husband and all the people that I serve that are praying for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, First Lady. And now I'd like to invite some of my colleagues to give you their birthday wishes as well. Speaker Terlahi.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Camacho, and thank you for everything that you've done for all of Guam and for me personally. I very much remember your help when I was getting married, and you helped me make pillows and things for the wedding, and I'll never forget it in all my life. And really, and every time I meet you, you're just always so gracious and friendly, and I want to thank you for the inspiration that you have been for all of us. Ituos Masi, and happy birthday.
Remember that. You remember that. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker. Senator Talina Nelson.
Happy birthday, Auntie Lou, on this day. May the Lord bless you and keep you always. And thank you for really showing us how to, through your life, live as a Catholic woman. And so that has been a very big inspiration for me, and the many things that you have done for the church and instilling that in your children. So happy birthday and God bless you today and for the many years to come.
This is Ted Nelson's granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Senator Nelson. Senator San Augustine.
Happy birthday, First Lady. And on behalf of my father, just passed away, and he would have been happy to say happy birthday to you too, First Lady. And may God bless you and your children. You have a great family, and I look forward to helping them along in whatever we need to do. Thank you for your service to the people of Guam.
Yeah, your father is my classmate. He was my classmate, and he's always sitting in front of me in the same room. That's room A. And we were classmates since all through high school, from freshman to senior. who graduated from George Washington High School.
Thank you. Thank you, First Lady.
Wow. Senator Duenas.
I'm sorry, technology got a hold of me and I lost my screen for a minute. Happy birthday, Auntie Lou, First Lady. And, you know, I think one of the things that wasn't mentioned in the resolution was how much Auntie Lou and Governor Carlos Camacho and the Camachos and the Dueñases and the Perez, how much this generation not only helped their family and build the families the way that they did, but they helped so many other families. Auntie Lou, you've always been an inspiration to all of our family through hard work and always telling us that we needed to make sure that we're steadfast in getting our education, in taking care of even things around the house, and all the discipline and the love that you and all of the family have given the many families over the years. So besides taking care of your beautiful family, you and Governor Carlos Camacho and all of the other family, we're always helping relatives as well. And I just wanted the people here today to know that that they've done so much more, even outside of their service to the people and the service to their family. So Auntie Lou, I'm so glad to be able to say happy birthday to you today and many, many more. God bless you and all of the Camacho family.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Duenas. Senator Moylan.
Happy birthday, First Lady. And on behalf of also the Moylan family, happy birthday to you. And we thank you for the love and the kindness that you've shown as being a First Lady, and that warmth that you shared at the government house, welcoming all the people of Guam, as that is their home as well. So God bless you. Happy birthday.
Mhm. Thank you. I remember your mother. She's related to us. Mhm. We used to, she used to help me at the church, you know, fixing the altar and the flowers and cleaning up. Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Moylan. And of course, Senator Mary Camacho Torres.
I'm quite moved by this. I just want to thank you, Amanda, for the introduction of this resolution. I think what our island needs now is role models that show us what it is to be Chamorro, what it is to be family, what it is to be professional, and how we have to hold all of Guam together. And I think that what this resolution does is it gives us a nice example in a woman like our mother, of how we should live our lives on Guam and how we should aspire to make Guam a better place, not only professionally, but also spiritually, and understanding the importance of never hurting each other and always holding each other up. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for introducing this resolution. It's never too soon to tell people and to acknowledge how special people are in our lives. And rather than waiting till they're gone, you know, let them know how wonderful they are. And I think that this is that type of resolution. And hopefully it'll be an example of resolutions to come. But I'm truly quite honored and deeply appreciative to all of you for this wonderful honor that you've bestowed on not only my mother, but our family in general. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Mary. I am extremely honored to be able to do this today. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this, to honor your mom and to honor your whole family here, her beautiful legacy and all that you, Mrs. Camacho, have done for the people of Guam. This is something very special that we're able to recognize you here today and celebrate with you, even though it's over Zoom. It's amazing to see your family that is across the ocean as well, some in the States, and to have them joining us today because you are such a special woman in their lives. And so we are happy to recognize you in this way. And I know that my grandparents were good friends of yours, and I'm so happy that you shared that with me, your relationship with my grandmother. And I know my grandfather, when he was in the Air Force, was part of this trip to Vietnam with the governor. And it's amazing to see history written out, and the lives that you've lived and everything that you've contributed to the people of Guam. We are so, so grateful, and we will remember this for many years to come, the impact that you've had and the change that you brought to the island to develop it into what it is today. Siduos Masi to you. And I know there are so many family members here, but if anyone would like to say anything right now, I'd like to invite you to greet your mom, your grandmother, your great grandmother, and wish her a happy birthday.
Well, if I may, this is Felix, her second son, and I just want to thank you all, senators, really, for the great honor you've bestowed on my mother and assisting our sister Mary in this resolution. You are the next generation, the existing generation of public servants, and her life is an example of service, where she's given so much. And as Mary said, I think it's good that we honor her generation and all that, especially the ones that are still alive. So just thank you so very much for this great honor you've bestowed on her. And I wish you all the best, and of course, in your service as senators and legislators. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Governor. There's anyone else?
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Been away from the island for several years now, over 20 years,
25.
25 years. And unfortunately, me and my family, my children, my grandchildren haven't had the opportunity to share with you. But rest assured, Mom, there's a lot of love here in Virginia and North Carolina heading your way. We appreciate everything you've done. We're thankful for you. We're thankful for you in our lives. And this was a very moving resolution, and I appreciate the fact that you're being celebrated today on your 93rd birthday. Love you, Mom, with all our hearts. We're going to be visiting soon. Unfortunately, not today, not tomorrow, but soon. Okay, and it's great to see the family and friends. There's a lot of old friends here on the screen. Chris, Senator Moylan,
Hi, Jim.
and family, and Therese as well.
I only know you, Jim, as Jimmy.
Yeah,
from high school.
so from Virginia, Mom, I wish you a very, very happy birthday.
Half a day, everyone. Mary just moved it. I'm sorry, I'll move to a different room so we don't get the echo. I just wanted to thank the senators for taking the time to do this resolution and put on the legislative record their recognition of the accomplishments and really the love of Lourdes Perez Camacho. And since it is on the record, I do want to make it absolutely clear that I am her favorite son-in-law. Mom, we love you. Happy birthday.
Okay, anyone else? All
I
right.
also want to add that
Hi, Nana.
Mom is the best
I think
baker.
Oh,
She's the best.
Hi, Nana. I just wanted to say happy birthday. And I love the fact that you always say that I take after you. Maybe it's because we both have 7 children with 6 boys. But Nana, you make it look so easy. I don't know how you did it, how you raised such a wonderful family.
and you continue to be the rock for our family. We love, love, love you. Bye, Nana.
Hi.
Okay, anyone else? Well, thank you. I'd like everyone to unmute their mics at this time, and we'll close by singing happy birthday to First Lady Camacho. All right. You'll have to unmute yourselves because I'm not singing alone, everyone.
Right, here we go.
Okay, we have the men's choir here, so happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear
Nana.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Camacho. Se Dios masi for your service, and may God bless you. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Amanda.
Birthday, Nana.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday, Mom.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Realize that I did all these things.
See?
Boy,
Yeah,
you baked
had a
so
beautiful
many pies over the years, right? You're the queen of baking pies.
You've been a busy lady. So enjoy your family and relax now and enjoy everything that you've accomplished. Thank you so much. And I'd like to invite the family, if you want to stay, we can take a group photo when we get off the live stream.
Okay, perfect.
So you can have this. Yes.
How do you take a group photo?
Sure.
Okay.